Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I'm going to talk about something a little controversial right now. It is the fact that everybody clutches pearls and freaks out. A lot of people do whenever people just have legitimate questions about all the vaccinations that they want kids to have these days, or the flu shot being offered with every fill up of gasoline in stations across the land. I mean, isn't anybody suspicious when they're demanding that you get these flu shots or vaccinate your kids and they can't go to school and all this jazz? I don't understand, because a lot of people are suspicious of the big pharma companies and what damage they have done in everyday life to people. But when it comes to vaccines made by those same companies, people freak out and call you an anti-vaxxer and all this jazz. I was listening to a show a little bit ago where a gentleman by the name of Jeffrey Jackson, Jaxen, was interviewed. He discussed Robert Kennedy Jr.'s, it turned out to be, I guess, a 4-hour, I don't know if it was a press conference or what. He was scheduled to debate against like 3 doctors that were for the vaccines, and he's not for, he's cautious about them and has done a lot of research on the subject, and they pulled out at the last minute, and so he ended up just, I guess, discussing this with an audience. I'm not really sure, but I'll leave the link to this Jeffrey Jackson thing. I'm real suspicious of all this, ladies and gentlemen. There's like 70 shots that kids are expected to have by the time they're 7 or 4 or some young age, and it just, I don't understand why people who are, they raise an eyebrow over the elite and how the elite kind of rule things. And then when it comes to this, people are called names and everything else if they don't go along with this vaccine program that is kind of out of hand. The first question to ask is, are they effective? Have they ever done studies that show the difference between vaccinated and unvaccinated children? Do people read the actual ingredient lists that come with the shots? All of that is available, and they also have a huge amounts of money put away in a fund for people that have had injuries due to vaccines. So I don't understand why people are so adamant that anybody who simply asks questions about this particular topic is suddenly called anti-vaxxer or science denier and all this jazz. It really ticks me off, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I say research before you judge. There's a lot of information out there about this, but are you going to hear about that on the mainstream media at all when their sponsors for commercial breaks are these drug companies? Just sometime listen to one of those commercials, which, you know, you'd have to watch TV to do, I guess, but they go over all the possible side effects with these drugs they want to give everybody. Why would it be any different with vaccines? I don't get it. It's upsetting to me. I can't take this know-it-all attitude that people just trust. They trust authority, and if you wear a white lab coat, you know everything, and it drives me to drink. And so I just wanted to drop in really to give you this link to this fellow that was just interviewed on Richie Allen, a man with whom I have a love-hate relationship. He has a radio show across the pond, and his second guest I'm not even going to hang around for, but this guy was really good, and evidently there's a new documentary out and stuff like that. So I'm done. I'm sure people are going to scream and yell and call me names, but it's fine. I don't care. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Isn't there a country song in there somewhere? So I'm done. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Research before, or leave labels at the door. That's right. Research before you judge. And remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. Really research. Just look into the stuff that's suppressed and hidden from the population about the vaccination situation. There are legitimate doctors, actual MDs out there that are not for this. And they are targeted. Targeted individuals who are marginalized and called kooks and all that jazz because they think that you should maybe be a little cautious before you give your kid 70 shots by the time they're 4 or whatever it is. I'm probably wrong about that number, but I know 70's in there somewhere. All right, love you. Thanks. Bye.